What's up, guys? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now we're starting a new series here in NBA2K18, and it's not a My League, it's a MyGM. I've not done MyGM yet this year. I've seen some videos. Hopefully it's good. The only thing about MyGM that I'm a little out on is, like, I think there's a lot of cutscenes which I'm very excited about. There's going to be a lot of drama. But the only thing I'm a little out on is, you can't download draft classes if you're year one. Like, they have, like, this exact pre-made draft class for you, which I guess is fine. Either we can have Michael Porter's and Marvin Bagley's draft class a year later, and then the next year we'll have, like, Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett's draft class a year later, or just forget about Michael Porter, Marvin Bagley, their draft class, and still have the Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett one in 2019. So I have no clue what team I'm going to be. I don't really want to have a vote because, like, yeah. But I will have, like, a poll in the comments or description saying that, like, if you guys like the team we're using, and if we want to use a different team, then we can start a new series, or a new MyGM. So, I'm still, as of recording this video, no clue, but, like, we will find out in the video. So let's go through the teams I am considering. First, we have the Phoenix Suns. Now, in 2K17, I actually had a Phoenix Suns series suggested by my buddy TurtlePlayer9, and it lasted, like, 9-10 episodes. So, I figured kind of like reviving it in a way. That series was back in like December or something. And if we look at the roster, Devin Booker, 20 years old, very solid player. Eric Bledsoe, another really solid player. We can decide if we want to keep him for our future or trade him. Josh Jackson from Kansas. I'm a huge Kansas fan. I love Josh Jackson. Marquise Chris, Tyler Ulis, Allen Williams, Dragan Bender. A bunch of other very solid young players. So the Suns could be a lot of fun. Next is the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are a disaster. Zach LaVine's their best player. Do we want to build around Zach LaVine? What do we want to pay him? Pretty much a max contract. And this team doesn't really have any bright spots. Lauri Markkanen's a solid young player. Bobby Portis is cool. Mirotic is cool. And there are some players down here who are young. Could have potential like Chris Dunn, Denzel Valentine, Cameron Payne, Paul Zipser, Jerian Grant is somewhere. There he is. So this is definitely one of the worst teams in the NBA. And it would definitely not be easy rebuilding the Chicago Bulls. Next, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. I think one of the more confusing off-seasons. They did have some nice pickups like Danilo Gallinari and Milos Teodosic, who I really like. If you guys watch my top 50 players, or 51, top 51 players going into the season, I kind of wish I put Teodosic on there. I didn't, but he's definitely someone who could. The reason why I think it's confusing, I don't think they should have re-signed Blake Griffin because they traded Chris Paul, or basically he signed for Rockets in a way. Just the Clippers got some solid players back like Lou Williams, Patrick Beverly, Montrezl Harrell, who I really like. But we would have to decide, do we want to stick with this core of like Blake and DeAndre, or would we want to tear it all down, which is what I think they should have done in real life, but maybe you guys will think differently. Which I want you guys to be a big impact in the series. I want to be like making like more of the decisions, but I want you guys to help me too, because you guys are like the mini, I don't know, executives or whatever. Now we have the Charlotte Hornets, who were in my League vote. I'm trying to stay away from teams who were in my League vote, but I'm putting them in here anyway. They would be a lot of fun. Kemba Walker and some solid young players like Malik Monk, but they do have pretty big contracts like Dwight Howard, Nicholas Batum, MKG, Cody Zeller, Marvin Williams, Jeremy Lamb's on a pretty big contract, but the only reason, like, why I'm a little on doing the Hornets is one of my viewers, Roland Poison. If you've not subbed to him, go and sub to him. He'll probably be in the comments somewhere. He's already doing a Hornets My League, so that's why I'm a little, like, hesitant on doing the Hornets. The Utah Jazz. The Jazz are definitely an interesting team. Do you want to stick with, like, Rudy Gobert? Well, he's 25. Obviously, you want to stick with Rudy Gobert. But some of these role players, like Ricky Rubio, Joe Ingles, Derek Favors, Joe Johnson, Thabo Sefolosha, do we want to like build around them or do we want to trade them? They also have some solid young players like Rodney Hood, who is approaching a new contract, and Donovan Mitchell, a rookie who I think might honestly be a superstar. I mean, we've seen shooting guards who were drafted at 13 become great players. Devin Booker, and of course, someone who was also traded, like Donovan Mitchell, because he was originally drafted by the Nuggets, but traded on draft night, like Kobe Bryant. He was originally drafted by the Hornets on draft night, who are actually going to lose tomorrow, or I'm recording this Tuesday, the day that the NBA starts, but yeah, they're going to lose to my Pistons tomorrow. Now at the New York Knicks, this team is a mess. We just traded Melo for Enes Kanter and Dougie McBuckets. Their lone bright spot is pretty much Chris Stapps, and Frank Ntilikina is going to be fine, but two reasons why I'm hesitant on doing the Knicks. One, they were in the My League vote, and two, I've seen a bunch of people do my GMs for the Knicks, or at least who I personally watch, and there are actually some really entertaining series. But that's why I'm hesitant on the Knicks. Otherwise, the Knicks might honestly be the team that I definitely go with. However, I'm still considering them. That's why I'm, showing them to you. The Brooklyn Nets. I don't really think I'm going to choose the Nets because I don't really want to suffer, but it would definitely be a project rebuilding this dumpster of an NBA team. Yeah, this team is utter garbage. Maybe I don't want to kill myself too much. Last team I'm considering is not my Pistons, but it is the Indiana Pacers. They don't have Paul George anymore. It's the Miles Turner era. I think Miles Turner is going to ball out. I think he's going to win Most Improved. I think he's a star. 21 years old. He's a beast. They do have a few contracts like Victor Oladipo, Darren Collison. I like Darren Collison, Bojan Bogdanovic, Thaddeus Young, but they don't need too much cap space because it's not like they're going to sign big free agents. Corey Joseph. I did not know Al Jefferson was making $10 million a year. Ugh. But the reason why I'm on doing the Pacers is because I did have a My League series that was pretty long, pretty successful last summer during 2K17. I couldn't finish it, sadly. But, yeah, that's the only reason why I'm a little on doing the Pacers. So, the team I am choosing is Western Conference Finals, May 17th, 2011. MRI on my player's knees, playing for the Mavericks. I believe this is the year the Mavericks won the NBA Finals. What did I have? 36 points, and then you hurt your knee. I know it happens. What if? Just got the... Okay, so basically he tore his ACL, his PCL, and his... I don't know what his CCL is, but he tore 3 ligaments, most notably his ACL and his knee. So that's not pretty. That's not pretty. What does this mean for my career? I've seen players come back from far worse. That's 3 ligaments torn in your knee. Can't really get much worse than that. Already 6 years later in Los Angeles, California. Mr. O'Gilligan, I have just arrived. A little traffic on the way here. I should be here in a few minutes. Dion, I'm a man that likes to capitalize on every moment and make the most of it. Let's make the most of this moment. Yes, of course, sir. I guess I want to go over the agenda for today. Of course. It's the first day of your job. There will be a host of meet and greets. You can imagine the number of people in the organization that wanted to meet the legendary Dion Fulcher. That's my player. In person, right? Simple enough. If it were only that, the hard part of your introductory press conference will be with media. We have a scheduled session at 2 p.m. to introduce you. The media around here aren't the ones for pleasantries. Okay, whatever. Mr. O'Gilligan, I can see Doc and Jordan about to head in the facility. Do you mind if I catch up with them real quick and introduce myself? We have DeAndre Jordan and Coach Doc Rivers. Doc, DeAndre, wait up. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the GM of the team. Welcome. I was a huge fan of you back in your playing days. I can tell how excited I am that the team hired you. Blah, 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 blah. To be honest, I'm a big fan of yours as well. I'm looking forward to see what we can do together. Yes, DeAndre Jordan is better than Blake Griffin. I think Blake Griffin's overrated. It's an honor. I've been asking Mr. O'Gilligan if you've given him any indication on bringing in your own staff or what it's going to be like here. I just realized this now. The Clippers' former GM was technically Doc Rivers, so they have a new GM this year anyway. Well, I don't think they do, but Doc Rivers was a big part of the decisions. Blah, 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 blah. Coach is definitely a player's coach. He wants us to win. I think he's an Austin Rivers coach, to be honest. I'm looking forward to a big year of a great group of guys. You mean Austin Rivers? I miss love, excuse me. I need to get to Mr. O'Gilligan's office. We have a lot to go over today. I believe this is our owner. My apologies for being late, Scott. Quite okay. Have a seat. Hey, who's Vive? Offer you one of hers. Okay. I must have missed. Okay, they're just talking about Baker, Buddy. Okay. So, you saw Doc and Jordan. Sorry if the camera's blurry. On the way in. Yes, good guys. I got a chance to introduce myself. So you'll have plenty of time to get to know the team. I would like to officially, in person, welcome you as a new GM of the Clippers. I must say, as a player and an assistant GM, you are very impressive. Thank you, sir. I remember May 17th, 2011. Sad day that was. You were playing Dallas. 30-some points mid-late through the third quarter. 36. And you tore 3 ligaments in your knee. Come to terms with my career. And the truth, I was getting close to hanging it up anyhow. Okay. You don't lose. I don't lose. I mean, I don't know how long this guy's been the owner. I don't think he's real. But the Clippers, in the playoffs, are obviously used to losing. Okay? Okay? Obviously, they can't make it out of the second round. Alright, ready to show the NBA what I'm capable of. I mean, if you put up 36 points in the Western Conference Finals, you're obviously capable of something, aren't you? So, the next chapter, MyGM. Next episode, we're going to go through the roster, potentially look at some potential trades. I don't know how many games I'm going to play, or if it's going to be like a sim series. And don't worry, the Hawks My League is still going to be the main 2K thing on the channel. This is just going to be something extra that I do. So hopefully, you guys will enjoy the series. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are as well. So we got a press conference on October 17th. Isn't that like in 2 days? I'm going to say I love where we're at, but honestly, I think we need a total rebuild, to be honest with you, because I don't think this core can win a championship. That doesn't mean I won't explore options to improve. I won't be doing my job if I didn't explore every option, but I'm perfectly happy with going into the season with the guys we have. Just kidding. No one is safe, pretty much, I feel like, at this point. Any thoughts on your head coach? Will you be looking to bring in your own people? Doc Rivers is a good coach. I like Doc Rivers. I don't see why we need to get a new coach. I have a ton of confidence in Doc. That's actually the honest truth this time. So where's the draft class? Yeah, I can't, like, change it. So Jackson Baldwin is, like, the main guy. I've seen him develop into, like, a 99. So if I can get him, that'd be great. We also have Freddie Staples, Mirko Petrovic, Odell. Not Odell Beckham, but Odell Shepard, Edmund Foster, John. Since he's European, he might not be bad because, like, European players do really well. But this is the draft class we are working with. Led by, of course, Mr. Jackson Baldwin, who's, like, kind of insane. Like, really insane. He's really good. So, just be aware. So, I guess this is... Can we look at, like, staff? Okay, I was just curious for something in the future. Before we end the episode, I want to show you guys the team. I might start... Honestly, I'm cool with our point guard situation for this year. Patrick Beverley and Teodosic. I'm cool with them for this year. I don't really know who I want to start. I probably want to play at least 1 or 2 games this year. Shooting guard. If we don't make any trades, I'd probably want to start Austin Rivers because he's younger, and Lou Williams since he's one of the best bench players. A very good bench player, let's just say that. Small forward, Danilo Gallinari. Sam Dekker is a solid backup. Blake Griffin, Montrezl Harrell, Willie Reed, and Bryce Johnson, I feel like, is a good core at power forward. And we could use a backup center, but we do have 3 backup power forwards. Willie Reed's 6'11", so he might not be a bad backup center. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, tell me in the comments if we should, like, go total rebuild, which is what I think we should do, or stick with the core we got with, like, Blake, DeAndre, and maybe make some minor tweaks. I wonder if there's going to be, like, some special cutscene if we trade Austin Rivers, what Doc's going to say. But I hope you guys enjoyed next... Ooh, Lakers opening game. But next episode, we're going to be going over more stuff, pretty much. Wait, is October 17th today? I think it's today. I thought it was, like, in 2 days, but Yeah, it is today.